Hey guys, this is a bit of a spur of the moment video. I got some questions in class on Thursday from students about number 3. So I thought I would make a quick video about number 3, particularly how to do some of the solving. So I'm going to just pause the video and write out the setup for this one because most of the questions came after the setup and looking at how to do some of the solving steps. And then here's the setup with everything plugged in. I tried to color code it a little bit there as well. So notice you've got the $15,000 for your final amount, $12,000 for original amount. We're looking for the interest rate. We know it's monthly. And then the other small thing that's a little different is 5 years and 3 months to rewrite 3 months as a quarter of a year. So from here you were probably feeling good, got your calculator. And you could rewrite the 12 times 5.25 right, as a 63. So from here I would probably want to rewrite this as 63. Okay, so I'll rewrite that. And then from here, most of you guys were feeling good about the solving step being divide by 12,000. Notice the zeros all cancel, so it's just 15 over 12, which is 1.25. And then this is kind of where students were feeling a little bit stuck to solve for the rate. And so my best way of explaining it is to think about a problem that's simpler. And this is often advice that I give that you can apply to any problem. So right now I've got something to a power equal to a number. So let me think of an easier thing. What about if I had x to the 63rd power was equal to 10,000? Some number times itself 63 times equals 10,000. If you were doing something like this, a lot of you would probably feel comfortable as the next step being to 63rd root both sides and say x is equal to whatever the 63rd root of 10,000. You might kind of jump to the second step. This is similar to x squared being a number, and to know that you just square root the number itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a similar step for this. So we're going to take our problem and say then, and it might be a little bit easier just to think about it in similar terms to put the 1.25 on this side. Some people, the visual really helps. 1.25, that way it looks the same. We're going to take this and we're going to rewrite this as 1 plus rate over 12 is equal to the 63rd root of 1.25. Okay, so kind of matching with up above, right? X is equal to the 63rd root of 10,000. Instead of an X, we have that whole thing inside the parentheses. Now at this point, you might not know how to do the 63rd root. So here's a quick little how-to on your calculator. If I've got the 63rd root, I first type 63 on a TI graphing. I go over to the far left menu, Math. This is also where we were able to get log of any base as well. Scroll down, there's the cube root, and this is the x root. I'm going to press enter. Now, if you've got a newer calculator, what your newer calculator will do is put the 63 up top for the index as the root. If you've got an older one like me, it might not do that. And then in parentheses, I'm going to put 1.25. And that tells me it's about 1.003. 1.003. And I'm going to keep my exact answer on my calculator. And now I just need to solve for r. So I have to undo the 12 and the 1. Now, a lot of students will say to multiply by 12 first. But careful, there's a little issue there. If I rewrite this as +1, you might see it easier that you want to subtract 1 first, right? Following our order of operations for solving. So I'm going to subtract 1. And I find that rate over 12 is equal to 0.0035. Notice I'm using my exact answer this whole time, right? I'm immediately subtracting by 1. That calls back my second answer. And then I'm just going to do my last answer times 12 to undo the division. So R equals 0.0425. 0.057, 0.0425. If you want to round that to two decimal or two significant figures, a little bit of chemistry terms there, I would do 0.043, right? Two numbers after the 0. That's going to be 4.3% if you want to write it as a percent. Otherwise, you can write it as a decimal. Okay, so that's how you do it on the calculator. What you'll notice is anytime you are solving for the rate, you're going to be doing a root based on whatever the power is. Hope that video helped, and I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the weekend and enjoy the warmer weather.